Girls left and right, buzz like crazy. Everybody's trying to steal my lady. Spiders in the mirror and films can't be right. Back to the scene of a Friday night. To a blessed collision, still frozen time. Spill a drink and skip it in the sound of our first child. And why did you argue? Dreaming of those eyes, best part of my life. And when we make love, baby, I wouldn't make a sound. Clock won't turn around. Slowing things down when I want to race. Pitching up again when you tell me to chase. It's like we're playing space. Always find a way to make up, right? Even when I'm losing to fly. Even when this is where I'm at. I'm stopping up, you just up. Never enough, baby. Dreaming of those eyes. Best part of my life. Smile with love, baby. Don't make a sound like one to run.
Groce. And we are the game changers. Designers, creatives alike. We are in a world that runs on value. Our next designs will be the shiniest. Our next animation will be the most buttery. Ladies and gentlemen, game changers, let the games begin. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to one of the very first episodes of Hottest in Design. This amazing broadcast is brought to you by Adobe XD, and we want to thank you guys for showing up because we have one amazing guest. His name is Igor Vensko. We'll be introducing you to him. For some of you guys, you know him. For some of you guys, he is new, but he's going to be showcasing to us today how to make this absolutely beautiful piece that you guys see on screen here today. First off, I want to say hello to everybody in the chat. We have, what's going on, Dave? UX Hex, we have Marino, we have Fergie, Vicus, Henry, Creative Journey, and so many more. Hello guys, welcome. We have a couple of announcements before we get into Igor and bring him up on stage and have him tell us a little bit about himself, his work, and what we're going to do today. Three things. One, today what we're going to showcase to you guys today, or really Igor, the links are down in the description. You guys have access, he gave access to you guys to the Adobe XD file, so you can go down. It's the second or third link in the description. You guys can download that and follow along. Second thing, Do not forget to follow Igor. All his links are down in the description. And thirdly, if you guys enjoyed this session and want more of these, it will help tremendously if you guys fill out the survey. Second link down in the description. As if you want more of these, we gotta have some of those surveys filled out. All right, guys. So with that being said, here is Igor. How you doing, my man? How you feeling?
Hi everyone, I'm fine, thank you. Hi everyone, my name is Igor Vensko. I'm a professional web, graphic, UI, UX designer and always try to create cool projects. And today I will show you an interesting project with interesting animation in Adobe XD that I have never done before. And I will try to do this quick and easy to understand for you. So, I'm ready and we can start. I hope we will make it in an hour. Yeah.
It's a lot of stuff, guys, really. Igor was like, Brandon, I'm not sure. You said an hour, but I'm not sure if we can do this. By the way, if you guys have, and I know some of you guys are watching on Instagram as well, if you want to check out the Adobe XD files, you want to ask questions, you want to have some of your questions asked in the chat, whether that be from me or Igor, come over to YouTube. Link is in my bio. Come join us and we'll see you there. All right, Igor, sharing your screen. What are we getting into first?
Okay, first I show this project because it's in Adobe XD. Let's see how it looks. We have this animation that I want to show you. And I need to tell you about this project. This project was created for design of tournament.
Yeah.
And this kind of animation I want to try create a long time. But when I heard that the designers need to create game platform,
yeah,
I decided that this is project for this animation, because every game always have some trailers or covers or wallpapers, some graphic assets. And at this moment I'm not a gamer and I just want to check what games released in this month, in May, and I'm just find some pages like this and choose 3 games, random games. This is Resident Evil, Destiny and Assassin's Creed. Then I found some cool wallpapers and covers for each of this game, and I like horror games, and I decided that this Resident Evil, it will be my kind of video animation in this project.
What's crazy is you did all of this in like an hour and a half when you were building it, no?
Maybe that, yeah. But this project take me 3 hours and 15 minutes for this project.
Got it.
For the project I found on Google Fonts this cool fonts with name Sign. This is fit for game platform, of course, and find this cool trailer with game. Just download from YouTube, and now I show you how to create all these assets. I'm prepared for quicker creating. I found this wallpaper for Destiny and Assassin's Creed, and let's see how it works. I have this background and I like this character. Then I just need isolate this character. Usually I'm using Photoshop, but when you don't have any color corrections, or you don't have time for Photoshop, for example, you can just isolate with mask in Adobe XD.
Wait, hold on. You can do the mask with the pen tool in XD too?
Yep. Like here we have simple mask. Whoops. Then I'm just copy and paste this background and make mask with this character.
Oh. I always bring it into Photoshop. That's interesting.
And then, but in this case, I need my background without this character because it looks weird. In this case, we can go to Photoshop, edit in Photoshop, and use just this tool, spot healing brush, and quick remove this character from this background.
Oh, hold up. What?
Save this background, and we have our background without character.
All right, we have to go. We have to go back. I know you're, here's the thing: we can always bring you back, but you're doing a lot of like I didn't even know. So let's back up like 300% real quick, because there's a lot of people who are like, whoa, hold up, you can use masks in XD. Cool. I think that was a little bit simple, but let's go back and kind of show people how that was done. So you made essentially a shape, and then how did you pull him? Because there's two things here. I know what you did, but let's go back to how you made the mask and kind of like dissect that a little bit.
Okay, one more time.
No, because you went fast. I know there's a lot here today. Maybe we can do like part 1 of like 3.
Okay, I'm just pick this path tool and just make some shape. This is simple shape. We can make like this.
Yeah.
And close this path. Then fill this mask. And like before, I'm just copy this background because I need my background
Right.
behind, and place mask under my background. Choose all these 2 layers. Then, for example, right click, mask with shape, and
Got
we
it.
will
Okay.
have this shape. No,
So
it's like
shape-
isolated object in Photoshop.
Got it. All right, cool. Now let's go into the Photoshop piece, because I don't think that's where the second they're like, wait, where'd it go? So what tool did you use to, well, first off, how did we get into Photoshop within XD?
Yeah,
Can you
we
explain
have
that real quick?
this connection from Adobe XD in Photoshop. If you want to edit this image in Photoshop, you just right click, and we have edit in Photoshop. And we are going to Photoshop with this image. And in Photoshop, I'm just, I'm use one tool, spot healing brush, that just remove all things, all elements that you want. Of course, it's not perfect, and sometimes we can just add some clone stamp tool, use clone stamp, and make it more precisely.
Got you. And you just so everybody knows, clone stamp tool in the healing brush. But what's important is that there's a lot of people don't know there's a nice integration between XD and Photoshop, which is why I wanted to have Igor rewind real quick. Because I think it's important. A lot of people in the chat were like, what is going on? What's that? Where? All right. So essentially, he used a mask. He pulled out a background piece. And now he basically is just saving it in Photoshop, which saves it in XD. All right.
Yeah, now we just press Ctrl S to save this image, and this update in our XD file. Okay, now I have prepared one images for game. This is will be character and background. The same things I create for another project, but this is same technique. I'm just going using mask
Got it.
or isolated, and again I'm just can one more time go to the Photoshop, make this up, spot 2, and this is super quick and easy. Whoop.
You make it look easy. You're like, just gonna paint this person out. There you go. Good night.
Yeah, like this. Okay. Now we have background and our character. And now I need to create this kind of assets for my Resident Evil. And in this case, I'm just download a trailer, simple MP4, and just drop into Photoshop. Now we have this timeline. We are going to window timeline if you don't have it, and we have full this trailer in Photoshop. Now I need to find exactly the same frames that I want to use in my video, in my animation, and just crop it. Oh, like hell. In my original file and video on Instagram, I'm using maybe 20-30 frames, but today we can make it maybe longer, like this, and we just crop this trailer in this video. I plan this animation add to Adobe XD. I'm just save it.
I can't wait to see how this is gonna work out. This is probably the most quiet I have been on an interview, so I can just be like, get the real secrets, guys.
Okay, now I need to isolate this Lady Dimitrescu. I'm just copy this video layer, then right click, merge group, and I have this screen, I have this frame like one picture, then just export like PNG, name it resident background, and let's isolate, let's create new document, and then paste the same screen, and I need isolate this lady.
Okay.
My future animation.
While you're doing that, I'm gonna try to regurgitate what we've done so far because we are moving at 3 million miles an hour. And we, ladies and gentlemen in the chat, I see your questions flying. We have 75 people in here, so just be patient. Okay. First off, everybody, Igor, they're saying you're blowing their mind. Okay, it seems so far we have a video, we have a still image, we're cutting out her as a caricature, and I'm actually curious, this might be something you answer for us. Did you, and some people in the chat are probably wondering this as well, the video that you exported, did you bring the animation of XD and the video that you exported and that you cropped together in After Effects, or how did you? Are we gonna get to that explanation?
I will show it in the end of this tutorial.
All right, cool, sweet. As long as we're getting into it, sweet. All right,
Yeah, now
I'm gonna be quiet now.
All assets.
All right, cool.
Okay, we have this character part without head, and in Photoshop it's not a problem. Make just add like this. Make selection. Then again I'm using clone stamp tool, and just add this head.
That's how you did it. I was like, her hat is not there. That's crazy, man. And this is like the things that you bring, you're always like, what do you mean, Brandon? This stuff is so simple. I'm like, well, I didn't think of that.
And maybe make some shadows. And we have this assets. Then just export like PNG and rename it a resident character.
All right.
And now I can place it in my project and make it the same size like previous assets. And now these assets need to fit perfectly. Like this. And let's resize it. And now we have our assets for our page. And I'm prepare this template with text. This is simple logo with font. On the left side we have this released months and 3 names, titles for our games. And of course a button more info. Let's place it to our project. But first of all, I'm select all these backgrounds and make corner radius 50. Now we can make it like this Lady Dimitrescu in Resident Evil. We can make it with other characters and just resize for more deep effect like 3D. Now I'm just copy these elements, place it behind my text, maybe like here.
And it's spaced out and everything. Swear he did. Guys, he does all the calculations in his head. He just put them there and it fits. Almost did. The last one, I need to move a little bit, but even still. And those in the chat, don't worry. We will have time for there will be a time for questions. We might not get through everything. There's a lot here that Igor wants to get through and I would like to get through. That's why we're racing through things. So if you have questions, it's okay. The chat is going to look. There's 78 of you guys here on YouTube. But there will be time to ask particular questions, so hold them until we get there. But I've already taken store of some of them who are some of the questions that have already been asked.
Now we need to create background for each of these. Okay, I'm just copy this background layer, paste, place it behind all layers, and rename it because in future we can have some problems with this. And I'm rename it and add object blur in 50 and maybe opacity maybe 70. Okay, same thing I'm create for other. Backgrounds, just resize, get it behind all, object blur, and playing with opacity.
There we
In
go.
this case, we just create some cool backgrounds. right here. Nice. And page is done.
All right, so this is the base. Now we're gonna get into, I'm assuming, how you got those crazy animations, and then we'll. So, guys, this is also why we dropped the XD file down below. We're glossing over a lot of the basic stuff. Some of you guys might have wanted to know, well, Igor, how did you do like the logo, the things of that nature? We're spending a lot of time today on the animation, which is why we've sped past like 2/3 of how to make the basic form. So, Igor, go ahead.
Okay, now I'm just group my first game. Create group and my second create game. This will be groups. I rename it Destiny and Assassin. And this game, Resident Evil, will be just layers. For interesting animation, I need that this project will be in layers. I don't know how. You will see. Now,
Okay.
now I'm just duplicate this artboard, and in this moment I need to tell you one thing that I don't know. I have a lot of time to understand this in Adobe XD, but it's crazy thing. In Adobe XD, when we move our group or layer outside our artboard, they go to this pasteboard, this gray background. And when you create animation, you will have some problems with this because you want to move it to the top, for example, and this layer and group just flow out.
Yeah.
And one problem is this: you must remember that you need to wire it up your artboards with auto animate transition before you will move your layers. If you move your layers and then add animation, it doesn't work. But when you first of all add transitions, for example, I'm wired first and second screen, going to auto animate, easy in and out, duration 2.5. In this case, when I move my group, it always will be inside this artboard.
What?
Yeah.
The way I've been doing getting across that is by grouping things. I didn't know you wanted to wire everything up before you animate.
Yeah,
that's new.
It's working. It's strange,
Wow.
but it's working.
Okay,
and
guys,
we
there you
can
go.
move these layers like this, and it still will be in this artboard. It's one important thing for animation.
That is mind blown right there, guy. I swear.
Okay, now we have all these three pages, and we can animate. Now I easily can select all these layers and move up, and my layers always will be in this artboard. Just
Wow.
move to the top, and let's see what we have. Yeah, it's working.
The second one didn't.
Yeah.
It was like, I will not be told what to do.
Yeah, I need to rename blur. Need to
Oh, it
rename
was a naming.
Yeah. Oh, I start from beginning. Okay, set and blur. And just rename it blur. And again, copy this artboards, add transitions, and move these layers. No,
You just every time, I swear, you just open the world for us, Igor. We're like, wait, that's a thing? We even have people in the chat like, yeah, you guys didn't know that? Well, it's news to us. Okay.
That's it.
Oh, that
Yeah,
is
now it's
beautiful.
working. And now we can make it more interesting. For more interesting effect, I'm using a 3D transform. And let's make it, I'm just select this background and go into 3D transform and rotate in X and Y position like here, and select my character and make it the same, maybe move to the top,
There we go.
maybe more. And on my second screen I have the same folder with same names, and now I can move all these layers for more parallax effect, move up, make maybe this text, oops, and we have on first screen we have 3D transform, and on second screen we have 0 in our 3D transform, and in this case we will have this effect when our background just straight up. And for our Resident Evil we can create same things, just 3D transform, just rotate, maybe like this, it's character 2. And when we
It's beautiful. People in the chat are like, this is enough. This is already created enough just for me. I'll take this and run.
on first screen I move some elements down, and we will have this effect.
It's beautiful.
Same thing I'm create on my last screen with 3D transform. Oop. Okay. These layers down. And on the last screen, move these layers up. Now let's see. Yeah, it's working.
Good.
Yeah, cool. Now
Sweet.
let's play with this. Oh, we can make it more cleaner in Adobe XD. I'm just select all this artboard and change high, like my viewport high, 810, and it will look like this. Simple 3 prints. Now let's create this animation. I'm just copy this second screen, and from last screen, from this button, when we click, we're going to our last screen, and let's make animation for this button. I have this simple group with text and circle. I'm add one more circle, place it behind, and change fill in this same color. And I have two ellipses and one text. Then I'm just copy this button and place to next screen. On the first screen, I'm change opacity to 0, and on second screen, I'm resize these ellipses and rotate this text. In this case, we will have animation for our button like this.
Wow.
And maybe move it to the left. And now we can make this background to 0 in 3D transform, character 2, and let's fit like this. Okay, now we can even resize this element, move it to the left, and this is to the top. Now when we go into our second screen, then press on our button, we will have something like this. And after this element, after this screen, we will have our animation.
I can't wait to see how this is done. Because this is what I haven't been able to understand the entire time.
Okay, now I need to back to my trailer in Photoshop. Delete this image, and we have this video. All what I need is just export frames from this video. I'm going to export, render video, and in this place I have Adobe Media Encoder and choose Photoshop image sequence. Then I select folder, and just press render. Now we're just exporting all these frames. Let's see.
Oh, you're exporting them as like like a PNG sequence.
Like JPG.
Essentially, yeah.
And
Oh, you are sneaky! You are sneaky, Igor. Okay, I can't wait to see how you do this.
And we have, I know, 77 frames.
Holy cow.
Okay, now we need to create for each of these frame one artboard. This is 77 artboards, and place all these frames in these artboards. Yeah, if you think it's a lot of time.
So you just have like 70,000 however many sequence things?
Yeah, it's like
Holy
animation.
Alright. Yeah. If you guys haven't already hit that like button and followed Igor right now, I will personally haunt you. This is crazy.
In just space for these artboards. Okay. Now, if you, I don't know, if you duplicate one artboard, you can press Ctrl D and duplicate. But in this case, when you want to add transition, you will need add this 77 times like this. It's so boring. Okay. Now we can make it easier. Just copy one, then go into prototype, add this transition, and in this moment, I'm at transition, use transition, dissolve, easing none, and duration 0, 0.2. Now I'm duplicate these two artboards and just add transition to between these two artboards, and we have already 4 artboards. Now I'm copy one more time and again just add transition to between these artboards, and same things I create add more, and we have
Yeah, some people are asking why not AE at this point. I think honestly it was because of just it may have been while we're duplicating things, there might be a great reason to suggest why you built it this way rather than go into After Effects and just slap the two exported videos together.
For me, it's it's like I want to create this in Adobe XD because I have no this option at this moment, but I want to create a video in Adobe XD because anyone can create in After Effects,
Yeah.
But in Adobe XD, it's something different.
Yeah, and that's what, for everybody watching, like, this is not what you would do if your boss is like, hey, can you take this clip and, like, it's 3,000 and whatever frames. You do not do this. This is a no-no. Do not take that from this. What Igor, because, like he said, this entire thing was built for Design Off, which is literally you had an hour and a half to put something together, and he was testing himself to see could he kind of do everything in Adobe XD, which was, I didn't even think this was possible. A lot of the people in the chat didn't think this was possible. So if you had something that was, frames like this, rather than, because even in my mind, I'd export a video, my animation in XD, I would export that. I would have my video, and I would go into After Effects and I would put that together, or Premiere, what have you. But this is actually a really interesting workflow. It kind of opens up a new way of working. So you might not do what Igor is doing here, but there might be another way that, you might have been working on something and being like, oh, I can't, have GIFs in Adobe XD. But I remember when I watched Igor do this and, oh, this is how it was done. So options, #hacks.
Now let's add our frames to the XD and make it same size like our boards. And just make distribute horizontally. Oh, too much. Now we have our boards and screens, and just place all these frames to artboards. And that's all. Now we place another portion. It takes some time, but it's worth it.
There you go. And he's just using, for those of you guys who are wondering, like, how is he moving all those things? He's just using his distribution tools to very simply move things. And he even knows the shortcuts for them, guys. I don't know the shortcuts. He didn't even go put his mouse to the right-hand corner of Adobe XD. He's just pressing numbers and keys to get them where they are. But we just need to read the command line a little bit more for Adobe XD.
Okay, now we have one more portion.
And we're still good on time, man. We have like 20 minutes left.
Ooh.
Yeah, we're good on time.
Um,
Everybody's saying he's so fast, so diligent. Some people in the chat are asking about Anima. Have you tried Anima at all?
no.
No. It's a XD plugin, and some people were asking, could you utilize the GIF ability in there to do something like this? Yes. However, it would be your outcome would be a little bit different. Anima unless it's changed, it takes what you've made in XD into an actual prototype, something that lives online. So if you're going to be showcasing what you have online, or your prototype, not in XD but on the Anima platform, yes, of course you can do that.
Last one.
Doing work. And at this moment, guys, for those of you who, while Igor is very diligently adding all these things together, we will be having guests every week just like this. So if you guys haven't already subscribed, liked the video, we're going to have amazing individuals like this in each week. And if you're watching this and you would like to be a guest as well, there is a link down in the description, or there should be. Actually, there probably isn't one. But anyway, DM me on Instagram, or just leave a comment here on the video once it's here and saved if you want to participate, or who you would like to have on as a guest in the future. I'm super excited about this series.
Okay, now I need to create one screen for this animation. When we click on this button, and just copy this resident character and background and resize this artboard. And if everything I do right, we have this animation. Oh no. Auto animate, yeah, auto animate, easy note. And maybe 2 seconds. Let's see. Whoop.
Boom,
Yeah.
Full screen.
And we have this full screen. Oh, I forgot. Nope, we have all these lines, but I don't.
This is gonna be great. Man, I don't even know how you did this, because I was like, oh, he must have just like slapped the two together, and I never would have even thought, especially crunched for time, that this is a solution.
Transition dissolve none 0. Okay, it's working. Okay, in this artboard I prepared some elements from my previous screen, and let's add more interesting effect. In this moment we have this zoom, but without all this text. And just copy and paste to this screen, and just move some elements to the right, to the left, make it maybe like this. Platform, I'm just make it opacity to 100. Button, copy and paste, and rotate. Move to the right and make opacity to 0. And we have this release date text. Copy and paste. Then rotate and move to this date. Like this. And let's see now. Yeah, we have this animation, and let's add this menu on the left. Copy and paste, and move to the left, and set opacity to 0. Okay, now I have this cover, and add to my last screen. For more interesting effect, I'm again use 3D transform. I'm copying these 3 elements, copy and paste to previous screen, then just select transform, rotate, move to the right, opacity is 0. Same thing for this trailer button. Rotate to the left, opacity to 0, and rotate this cover. Move to the right, and opacity to 0.
And you're just setting everything up. You're basically like start here, end here. That's kind of what you're setting up at the moment. For those of you guys who are following along and not sure why he's doing that, he's trying to he's like, hey, I want you to start at a degreed angle and come in flat. This is looking really awesome.
And we have full animation, okay. And if I do everything right, at this moment we will see this magic
of the long form GIF in XD.
Okay, dissolve. Okay, let's see. Maybe it works. Is this our page? One moment. Whoop. Up. It's broken. It's broken.
It didn't work on the click? Or it didn't stay?
Yeah. It's going. Oh, yeah. And back. Okay, one more time. And then 1, 2, 3. Nope. Sometimes it doesn't working.
It's a process, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah.
While we're figuring that out, Igor, by the way, I see some of you guys over on Instagram. If you want to come and join the chat, ask questions, things of that nature, come over to our YouTube channel. The link is in our bio. It's the first link there. And come join the fam. We have about 70 strong up in here, and we would love to have you, Igor, as well, as we traverse this amazing project and we learn a little bit. By the way, again, this video will be up for you guys to watch, cherish, rewatch over and over again. We will also be condensing this down over this week to share with you guys in a more compact tutorial. And Igor has also beautifully let us have access to this file. We'll be doing as part of our our weekly challenge in our Discord. So there was a lot of PSA, by the way, guys. Essentially, come over to YouTube if you guys want the insider look of this XD project. It's in the link in the description. And yeah, just come join us.
And I think it's working. Okay. And 2. Sorry. Go back.
Go.
My info. Boom. Oh. Okay. Now I need to add all these elements to my 77 artboards.
Oh my god. Oh no. How?
Select and
what?
Place it up.
You just select the artboard and just press Control V and then it's there?
Yeah.
Can you do that to all 74 at the same time?
1, 2, 2, 2. Up, Control C. Now just select this artboard and Control V, and we have. Whoa, what do we have there?
Wow.
Whoa. Something doesn't right. No.
That's great. You are like the secret opener of like, hey guys, did you know this was possible in XD? What the hell?
Just test.
We have people in the chat saying, I am losing my mind right now. Yeah, me too.
Okay. Oh, I forgot.
Oh, it wasn't on the timed, it was on the tap trigger.
Yeah.
There we go. That always happens too. It's like things are so confusing. You're like, why aren't you going? And of course, it's the tap rather than the time.
Yeah,
Or
we
the-
gotta select all this about time and delay 0. Yeah.
There we go, ladies and gentlemen.
Time delay 0, and I hope it's working. Let's see this. And
Well, it did one.
what? Why?
I wonder. It looks like oh, never mind. No.
Oh, it's renamed.
What does that first artboard, the first PNG artboard or JPEG artboard look like?
Okay,
For
I
the,
need to fix it. Okay, let's press right here and yeah, I think it's working.
All right.
Bum. Please. Yeah. No. Yes. No. Why?
All right, let's check because it's stopping on these on the image ones. It looks like it looks like it's stopping on the first one.
Oh. Yeah. And
It was it just not linked?
yeah,
Oh my God, that was it. All right, there we go.
Yeah, it's working.
Wow. Clean, man. That's crazy. The fact that, like, even if there's like a short little segment that we want, you know, with that background stuff, like, I know people are like, you know, we should do it in After Effects. I'm like, if it's a short scene, I'm gonna do it in XD now. You know? I mean, and Laura did mention that video integration is coming for XD, so that's gonna be awesome.
And now just, I don't know, add some rectangle on last screen. Oh, maybe. And okay, now I'm just make fading dark.
Got you.
I'm copy this layer on my previous. Opacity to 0 on our last screen. I have opacity 100 and copy this layer and go into my first screen, paste this layer and set opacity to 0. Then I set this wired up to my first screen with timeline, time 0, yeah, and it's need to be working. And in this case, we will have some fading black and back to our first screen after this allow video animation.
I love how that zoom in is so smooth. It always happens. Always happens at the end. We didn't. Oh, there we go. All right, it's always that last little one.
Okay, from this, the zoom and why?
I bet it's the timing.
Time.
I bet it's on tap or something. What about the
position?
Huh.
None?
Maybe it's one of the earlier ones then.
Oh,
That looks like it's not connected. Like that whole row isn't connected.
maybe duration? Maybe duration.
What about the slide before that though? Or the screen before that?
Oh, oh yay! Working! Okay, one more time. I will have this video and then fading black.
It's the screen. I'm telling you, it's the screen. Like some of those aren't linked.
Oh.
Yeah, it's that whole bottom row.
One more time.
See, that's the sneaky stuff.
Why? Why is this? Oh.
I was like, it's stopping at a weird part.
Weird.
People in the chat saying, I have no idea that you could do this in XD. I just need it working on my laptop so I can start playing with XD again. I'm glad that this is eye-opening, guys. Like, this is what this series, Hottest in Design, is about. Bringing the hottest designers on the internet to the front stage to show you guys what's up in XD. There's all this cool stuff on the internet, and a lot of people are like, well, how do I make it? So we're bringing people, the right people, to the stage to show you exactly how to do this awesome stuff. So it's a pleasure to hear that.
And yeah.
Hey, we were all holding our breath on that one. We were all holding our breath.
It's working.
That's awesome. And we were right on time too. We literally just hit 5 o'clock. Like that was the hour.
Oh yeah. Oh, and this design of tournament, we had some secret element, yeah, with this game Among Us game.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and I forgot to add this.
There was some people on when was it? Last week, they were like, he doesn't have the Among Us in the and I was like, no, he does. You have to look at the last scroll. It's in there.
Maybe here. Okay, let's make it jumping characters like this. Okay, now let's create a component. 1, 2, 3. Then add hover state. Move this letters up. Hover state. Move up. Hover state. And move up. Then select default state. Boom. 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 And copy on previous screen. And pam 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 pam.
Love it.
And we have the secret element.
That is awesome. Man, Igor, that's crazy. Guys, again, if you just popped in, the link for this particular project is in the link in the description. This is something that we're going to try to do with each one of our guests. As they come and show you how to do this amazing stuff, we're also going to offer up the project files as well, so you guys can learn along, and it will actually be part of our weekly challenge. If you guys want to learn a little bit more about that, go in the link in the description and join our Discord. We're going to have what exactly this week's challenge is, and the lucky winners of that actually get some amazing Adobe swag. We're still in the thought process of what that stuff is, but if you guys want to join today's or this week's challenge, join us in the Discord for more awesomeness and the chance to win some Adobe swag for this week's design challenge submission. I love this Easter egg stuff.
Okay, this is the end.
That is awesome, man.
Ping ping.
This is very well done. All right, so is there anything else we want to talk about the design? Because I know we're at time here, and there might be questions, but while we're, this is in a beautiful spot here. We finished on time. Is there anything that you would like to go over? Is there any questions in the chat Is there anything you would like to go over before we close out here and go into questions real quick? Igor, I'm leaving that to you.
Oh, yeah. I'm working.
All right, cool.
Still working. Okay, I just want to say to all designers that, do what other designers don't, or do it completely in different way, because it's more interesting and more fun. Follow for someone and then recreate his stuff, elements, animations, projects, and move it and make it more interesting because of your animations, or add some elements. Just try and experiment with your projects. Do all what you want. That's all.
I love it. I love the experimentation example. I think that's really big. I think what makes you super awesome in these, in Adobe XD, or just really anything. It doesn't even have to be Adobe XD. I think every time we talk, I'm like, wait, hold on. How'd you do that, Igor? And it's because you play in the tools that you use. Regardless of, even though you're not in dark mode in Photoshop, we'll let that slide. You do. It's because you know all the shortcuts, but you dig deep enough to know all the shortcuts. You dig deep enough to know what can and can't be done in XD, and which allows you actually to solve problems creatively rather than looking at what other people have done, even though that does help to a degree. But you solved the video problem in XD by being like, oh, I can just export all these frames, which is highly creative, make X amount of scenes in XD, and just make that happen. I literally thought coming in here today that we would actually be opening up After Effects, which wasn't true at all. So thank you so much, Igor. The audience, man, we got around like 80 plus people to show up today, both on YouTube and Instagram, to watch this live. So if you guys have any questions in the chat, we are wrapping up. We already are over 6 minutes. I don't want to steal any more Igor's time, but it's up to you, Igor. Do you have about 4 more minutes?
Yeah.
the deep sigh. Okay, we'll make it 2 minutes. If you guys have any questions, let us know. All right, put it in the chat. What are the best resources you found to learn design? Question to you, Igor.
One more time, please.
Sure. What are the best resources that you've used to learn design?
Oh, YouTube. There is a lot of free, cool tutorials. You just find what you want. You want animation, you just write animation and found something cool stuff. YouTube, and YouTube.
YouTube
you just-
Igor and YouTube guys.
Yeah. It's cool place for find some cool, interesting animations and tutorials in right hands, of course.
For sure. Agreed. And guys, if you have any more follow-up questions, again, all of Igor's stuff is down in the description. He's highly active on Instagram, and he also has a YouTube channel that you should definitely check out. Tutorials from all different kinds of what you saw here today. So definitely check out his stuff. I will ask, Igor, what is the most challenging thing that you face in learning design, whether that be now or when you were starting your career? And that will be our last question for today. And how did you overcome that? Or are you still overcoming it?
I don't know. I'm just trying to do my best in every project, and every time I'm learning something new. You're just trying another program, another application, try to do something different, and then place it in one project. And self-taught. It's my religion.
I love it.
So you always need to learn something new, because no one make it, how to say, make it for you. It just you need to find some knowledge and interesting facts, interesting tutorials, and you make this project or this work best only because of you. Just learning all the time.
Yeah. I love it. All right, Igor. Well, thank you very much. Learning, ladies and gentlemen. Pick up YouTube, check out Igor, and just do something for yourself that you've wanted to put together. Try to put it in projects if you can, but always learn and try to do your best work every day. All right, Igor, thank you so much. Ladies and gentlemen, don't forget to like the button, go follow Igor, and Igor will see you on the next one. All right, Igor, we'll see you. Thank you for joining us.
Have a nice day. Thanks.
All right, guys, like I said, ladies and gentlemen, if you haven't already, like this video. This amazing production is brought to you by Adobe XD, and we will be here with you every week to bring yet another amazing designer to you, to the stage, to do some interesting things. So with that said, if you liked what you saw here, don't forget to subscribe, join our Discord, and for those of you guys who are wondering about the challenge, things of that nature, we will answer all those questions in the Discord. So we will see you there, ladies and gentlemen. With that being said, I will see you guys on the next one, and until then, your boy Brandon Groce is out. See you next week. If I can even find Groce spot, where's my tunnel? I don't even know where it's at. It's just, it's crazy out here. Anyways, ladies and gentlemen, we'll see you on the next session of the hottest in design. All right, guys, peace. You want to be one of the hottest creative designers in the world. You want to build your talent, your skills through hard work, and more importantly, surround yourself with a team of individuals who are striving towards greatness with you. And yet you sit there and you ask yourself internally, Brandon, does a place like this exist? And my answer to you would be, of course, motherfucker, that's exactly what we are doing in our Discord. We are the Game Changer. We are a group of designers, artists, creatives that want to take our skill sets, talent, and dreams to the next level. We come together to give feedback on each other's work, give resources, and laugh, a lot of it. And help push each other to be our best selves. If you're interested in becoming the next best you and quite possibly yourself while chatting with many friends, join your new design family today. See you there.